Hi guys, you're probably thinking, this is new, what's going on here? Hi kids, it's me. Before we go any further, I just want to say welcome to a brand new series I'm doing on my channel called That's Not True, where basically I just tell you stories of things that absolutely just didn't happen. Like, they just didn't happen. Like, just complete lies, complete and utter lies really. And so I just thought, why not make that into a series? Because I always tell my friends these things and they just don't really seem to appreciate it. So I think, why not just make a series of it then, so I can just tell you all my stories that just aren't true. But they are to me. So this is the intro for it. I'll just play it now. So when you see this, you'll know that it's going to be a That's Not True series. So this is the intro.
That's not true.
So anyway, the story that I'm going to be telling you today is when basically I got tickets to see Gwen Stefani in London. I was with my friend Sophie, and we've been planning it for ages because we love Gwen Stefani. So we went all the way down. So we went to London, and I just knew we were gonna stay there. We booked a hotel because we didn't want to have to wait around for a train that late when it finished. This was about 11 years ago, I think. So I was about 6, and we just basically decided that we'd get the train up to see Gwen Stefani, and we thought we'd just book a hotel, me and Sophie, because we didn't want to wait for a train that late at night, especially being 6. Like, it's a bit of a risk. So we booked a hotel room at Premier Inn, and that was the one we went with because I don't think Travelodge even existed back then. So we went with Premier Inn, and because obviously the adverts just make it sound like it's heaven. You know, Lenny Henry, when he started telling me that, you know, I've never seen anyone get to sleep so fast, so I just thought I'll go with Premier Inn. So we booked Premier Inn. It was about £60 per night. We only stayed for one night anyway, so it was about £60. And we went to the show. We just got lunch at W.H. Smith's Cafe that day before the show. So we booked into the hotel before we got lunch, and then we went to have lunch, and then we went back to the hotel to get ready for the show. So we got ready for the show, and then we went to the concert, and Gwen Stefani was amazing. She played all her songs. They even had Shakira as a start-up act, like a warm-up act, and it all went brilliantly. Her hips could not lie, absolutely not. And then so we saw Gwen Stefani came on. It was great, and it was about 12 AM, 1 o'clock in the morning when it finished. So we headed back to the hotel because obviously we booked the hotel, so we were going to sleep there. So we got in a taxi back to the hotel, and once we got back to the hotel, we tried to get our key for our room because we saw the hotel, and we were obviously, usually there are them doors that like zub you can come in, you know, the ones that automatically open. So we go in and they just weren't opening, and so I just thought, why is that happening then? So I tried to like look in to see what was going on, and there was just no furniture, nothing. There was no chairs, no beds, nothing, no people, no staff, nothing. And I just thought, what is going on here? What on earth is going on here? And just looked around, and we were like, what the heck? Has there been some kind of apocalypse in like Premier Inn? So I just said to my friend Sophie, I was just like, look, don't panic, we'll have to work this out. I don't know what's going on, she didn't know what was going on, we're both just looking at each other. And then basically Sophie started to kick off. She just was like, I'm not having it. She started throwing pebbles, stones, things at the building. and I just thought to myself, what is she getting herself into here? And so I obviously wasn't going to do that, because I wanted to get my head down for the night, whether there was furniture or not. And so I basically tried to calm Sophie down, and by the time that Sophie had calmed down, I realised that the building she was throwing stones at, and the one that we were looking in couldn't see any furniture, actually wasn't the Premier Inn. It was a shut down Woolworths that had been shut down for years, and in fact the Premier Inn was next door. And by this time Lenny Henry and all the staff of Premier Inn were just standing outside looking at us like, what are you doing? And so we just thought, well, there's not much we can say now. So, and to cut a long story short, basically Lenny Henry filed a complaint. The police were called. The Childline was called, because apparently 6-year-olds shouldn't go out on the razzle seeing concerts and booking hotels at that age anyway. And we basically just never did it ever again. And that is pretty much what happened that night. But thinking back, it does haunt me, because neither of us were safe, and it could have gone, I did know that when I booked it that it would go one way or another, and it just went the other. So anyway, yeah, that's basically the a story time from then. For more like this, make sure you subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, just like all the other YouTubers say, yeah? Is that alright? And then comment if you want to comment something, like maybe abusive, maybe not abusive, hopefully. And then if you didn't like the video, why not just give it a thumbs down? Because no point in lying to yourself or to me. And then, yeah, subscribe.